Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is a Let's Play of not Champions Online, I need to get out of the habit of doing that. This is a Let's Play of DCUO. Superhero MMO based on Dime Comics, or DC, and their universe and stable of heroes. This is Quantum Issues, the superhero I've created with the Quantum power set, because I felt like playing a control archetype, which you can't really do in Champions Online. There are powers that are supposed to provide control abilities in Champions Online, but they don't really work. The main reason being that after a couple of applications of a control ability, enemies in Champions Online gain a buff that prevents them from being controlled, or it gives them greater resistance against control. Not so in this. Control is a viable archetype here, and I felt like playing it for a change of pace. In this Let's Play, I will be focusing on the stories that the game is trying to tell, and this game in particular helps me out very much by having a lot of voice acting. For a while, apparently, the game was in the Guinness Book of Records for being the MMO with the most voice actors. I don't know whether that's still the case. I suspect, for example, Star Wars The Old Republic might be able to give it a run for its money. That game certainly has a lot of voice acting in it. Although I don't know whether it's as much. I haven't looked into it. Also, DCUO has voice actors from the animated series. So Kevin Conroy is Batman, both in this, and he was also the voice of Batman in Batman the Animated Series. Mark Hamill voices the Joker in both Batman Animated Series and this. I haven't looked up the rest, but I imagine that they probably got as many of the people who voiced characters in the animated series to come back and voice the same characters again here. Hey, welcome, my Hawkman. Never looked up the VA list for DCUO. Pretty sure the DCUO wiki has it. I expect it does. It would be handy if there was just a list of all the voice actors and the characters that they played. It might just be that each entry for maybe just Batman's entry has his voice actor, and then each character separately has the listing for the voice actor that plays them. But I shall look it up. Oops. DCUO wiki. Apparently Michael Keaton is going to be returning as Batman, which is quite impressive. Hey, welcome, Ravenforce. On your way, cool. I'm not doing much. Yeah, it looks like the DC Universe Online wiki just has the voice actor that plays them in the character listing or character page. trying to close an ad on my phone and it's just fucking not. I don't want to look at this. Oh, god damn it. Never mind.
Can somebody, anybody, tell me where the exit is?
Hi. There's an escaped prisoner. There we go.
Thanks for the backup.
There's lots of info on the wiki about, like, Robin's background and where he first appeared as a character. But nothing that's immediately obvious about who plays him. Although it appears that the Robin that we meet in the game is Tim Drake, who is the third Robin after Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, and occasionally in some continuities also takes on the role of Batman sometimes when Bruce Wayne isn't able to. Jason Todd unfortunately has a tendency to die. DC actually ran a competition in one of their magazines to see what Jason Todd's fate would be as Robin, and fans voted to have him die, have him killed by the Joker. So in a lot of continuities, Jason Todd gets beaten to death by the Joker with a crowbar, and then later on they fixed it by bringing him back to life. Jason Todd, kind of traumatized by the events, as you might expect, and tends to become Red Hood, who is sort of an anti-hero, violent dude who tends to kill villains rather than defeat and arrest them. Let's try searching on Google for DCUO voice actors. Oh, okay. Mark Hamill's the Joker. Will Wheaton is Robin. That's quite impressive. Michelle Forbes is Cersei. Not sure who Michelle Forbes is. Oh, it's on IMDb. Okay, that makes sense that it would be there. They have the list. No, that's not. Come on. All the cast. Yes, please show me all of them. Cast 125. Oh, okay, that's quite a lot. Gina Torres plays Wonder Woman. Gina Torres was in Firefly. She also voiced Wonder Woman in the animated series. James Masters voices Lex Luthor. So James Masters played Spike in Buffy. I don't know whether he played Lex Luthor in other... No, he didn't play Lex Luthor in the animated series. That was Clancy Brown. Oh, jeez, I can't remember his name. But Adam Baldwin played Superman in DCUO. Adam Baldwin was also in Firefly. He was also in Chuck. Unfortunately, Adam Baldwin is kind of a massive asshole. I was correct. Kevin Conroy voices Batman. It's quite a star-studded cast, especially considering the voice actors who have been brought in, and star-studded in terms of voice actors. Clancy Brown played Lex somewhere. Yeah, I couldn't quite remember his surname, but Clancy Brown definitely played Lex Luthor in the animated series. Clancy Brown, for those unfamiliar, played the Kurgan in Highlander. He was also briefly in Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, there's a lot of names on this list that I don't really recognise, unfortunately. But a lot of the characters had unique voice actors, so it wasn't just a case of dozens and dozens of characters being voiced by the same actor, although there are a few cases where like one voice actor plays 5 or 6 other characters, but yeah, like it's a cast of 125 according to IMDb. There's a guy called Ben Wolfe with an E on the end who played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 voice roles, although some of them are kind of background stuff like Cersei's Bestiomorphs or Police voice or Joker's Goons. But he also plays Ra's al Ghul. This is a game where random civilians have voice lines. Yes, although unfortunately they don't have very many of them. It would be nice if they had a wider variety so that you couldn't just have heard almost all of them after flying around a city for about an hour. But, I mean, even that much is impressive for MMOs, really. Let's go to the East End police station. So we're here to talk to Robin, aren't we? Tim Drake, played by Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton, if you're Stewie.
Batman's analyzing the new Joker toxin, so it's up to you and me to take down Poinson Ivy and her plants in Burnley. I'll tell you what, I'll even lend you my nose breather against her spores. I should be immune to Ivy by now.
Spoilers, he isn't. Yeah, that's definitely Will Wheaton. I don't know how I hadn't drawn the... And there's Robin's CD. Okie dokie. I don't know quite how I had missed the... conclusion there. Oh hey, is that the digital staff pack? Okay, so he just said that Batman is busy analysing the new Joker toxin, and oh cool, you're Pyrojaga. Okay. Pyrojaga is Mel Hawkman in the chat. Hey, nice to see you. I thought it was a bit of a coincidence that Pyrojaga would have followed me here, so I suspected it might be someone watching. Oh, the staff was a random drop. Oh, okay. It's just, it looks a lot like the digital weapons in the digital set that you can buy. I don't play Staff because I don't like the way that it feels particularly, but so I don't know what the digital Staff actually looks like, but it looks similar. Is a bit clunky, is it? Okay, yeah. That was my feeling after playing with it for a little bit. I mean, I was kind of hoping that later combos that you could unlock might feel a bit better, less clunky, but seems like maybe that's not the case. Pyrojaga, it's a joke about the way Final Fantasy names spells. Oh, okay. Some of the combos are pretty nice. Okay, well, at least hopefully you're enjoying it. I can't think of a way to change your weapon choice. I mean, maybe Batlade. Interesting spelling. Maybe if you wanted to switch out to a different weapon, you could not that. Buy a different weapon, respec so that you don't spend any points in the weapon that you started out with, and then pick a different one, I suppose. The shoulders I've got on at the moment are from a set, premium set that I bought of Flash-themed pieces. So the shoulders are Speed Force Spectrum 2018. I also bought a set of Dark Spectre 2018 Batsuit, which is, well, it's definitely a look. It's very, very Batman, particularly the head and the back options. But also, in fact, the feet are they're a lot. But I just quite like the shoulders. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what level Pyrojaga is. There isn't an easy way to tell. If you're about the same level as us, you're welcome along, but I don't know that you'd be able to keep up if you're not. And I also don't know whether... only level 15. Okay, well, I mean... Well, you could probably catch up relatively quickly. I mean, I'm not playing the game outside of streams, so... if you wanted to, of course. If you don't, then no worries. Oh, it looks like Blue Endeavour has the Batman-themed backpack as well. Completed Speaks to Robin.
Scarecrow broke out of Arkham, and now Poinson Ivy's on the loose. I don't like it. While Robin investigates, I'm relying on you to handle the mess outside. After your past experiences, I'm sure you can handle it.
I can handle it much better than Robin can, in fact. Sorry, Robin. Get dunked on. Does it let you try missions your allies have? I don't know. I don't know whether there's any kind of sidekicking system. I mean, we could give it a go. Definitely happy to have you along. But yeah, as I said, I don't know whether the game will like automatically level you up to be level with us. I don't know whether you'd gain experience from joining us. But we can give it a shot. You can share missions if you've got them. Although I don't know whether having a different background will affect things. For example, Alara Wavestorm and Quantum Issues both have the oh hey, mix of it. Both have the meta background, so we were both able to do the meta background mission where we fought against Lex alongside Superman. But I don't know whether if you've got different people of different backgrounds on the same team. Harajaga is magic. Okay, I thought she probably was. But yeah, so I don't know whether... because there aren't that many missions that...
People inside those cocoons, metamorphing into Ivy's walking pod people. We can't let her swell her army. Break them free.
Snapping plans wanted to wrap me up for good.
Kind of horrifying. Especially because if you don't get to them quickly enough, they will spring up as enemies that will attack you. Yeah, so there aren't that many missions that are background exclusive. We did one last time, but that was just the one of them. So the mission that you start off doing is a background exclusive one, at least to begin with. Certainly the introductory stuff for it is a background only. Then the one where you fight alongside your mentor against their arch nemesis is a specific background only one. I don't know whether if you're teaming up you can take the first one together, and I don't know again whether you can team up and do the mentor versus arch nemesis one. I can't remember. I don't know why I was blanking on words there. Let's listen to this voice line.
Forensic toxicology report. This rose might have been white if not for the sheer amount of poison in it.
And we've got Professor Rhett here.
Could you possibly get me some shed leaves from those pod people? I'm doing research for Wayne Tech. Plants wanted to wrap me up for good. It is something about converting me into one of them.
Stop.
That's the problem with flight that I've found. It's got a very much a drifty feel that can make it difficult. And now, because I've completed that mission, I can't actually help people. Bloody good.
Join us or be fertilizer. Stay away from Ivy's creations.
See it very well, but these little ones look a lot like
nature.
Little Shop of Horrors Audrey 2. There'll be some bigger ones, bigger versions that you'll see later. Where it'll be more clear, but they've definitely got an Audrey 2 feel to them.
Poinson Ivy used to be a botanist before she went bonkers and decided to reclaim the world for the plants. If we don't get her back to Arkham, Gotham really will be an urban jungle. Poinson Ivy used to be a botanist before she went
Yes, we've heard that
bonkers and
already,
decided
thank
to
you.
reclaim the world for the plants. If we don't get her back to Arkham, Gotham really will be an urban jungle.
Did we complete the mission for Professor Rep? I guess we must have done.
Ivy's expanded on her usual menagerie. This time, she's created pheromone-blasting plants to lure in citizens, so her roaming Venus flytraps can devour them. Help as many people as you can.
Yeah, all of this yellow stuff in the air is supposed to be Ivy's pheromones to take control of you. They're also kind of a pain in the ass.
I'm holding up for now.
I need
It's
to
changing
shower.
me. I can feel it. Get me out of here. That smell. I couldn't break away. Thanks.
Oh, wow. Thanks for...
I can feel my arms calling to me.
my.
Broke me out of that.
I need to get
Swarm
out of
is
here.
growing moss. I'm rolling out of here.
There should be a mission around here somewhere, a side mission. I think this is the occasion where the person that gives it is hiding between two... yeah, there we are. Between two sections of... I don't even know what that is. Is it like, air conditioning units or something?
Can you help me? I need silk spinners from those walking fly traps, but I can't get close enough. That material might be useful for the new armor Wayne Tech is building for the Special Crimes Unit in the East End.
Stuff would be fertilizer. We are one with nature.
Oh, did I not accept the mission? That's weird. I thought I did.
Can you help me? I need silk spinners from those walking fly
Yes,
traps,
accept the mission.
but I can't get
Good.
close enough. That material might be... Where am I?
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up. It was crazy. I couldn't stop staring at that ugly plant. Smell. I couldn't break away.
That's what it was. You need to free them before you destroy the big old plant thingamy. Or they'll transform. Didn't remember that.
These spores will feast.
It's quite fragile.
I'm holy brain squash. Hey, thanks.
That...
But I gotta get out of here.
smells
I
like-
sworn I was going on.
I need to
I'm
go
rolling out of here.
Thank you. Yes, I did notice as I was flying over, but I decided I wanted to try and find the side mission giver before trying to pick up the voice log. So this investigation is pieces of evidence of Ivy's altered
Forensic
plants.
toxicology report. The toxins in this rose cause immediate paralysis.
Okay, that was weird.
I'm yours.
Yeah, these walking Venus flytraps, or well, blood roots, they are very much Little Shop of Horrors inspired. It's kind of annoying that I can't, now that I've done the mission.
This is Ivy's world. Join us.
Kind of annoying that I can't free
You'll
these people.
never stop Poison Ivy. Never defeat the plants. We are one with nature.
How many more Venus flytraps do we need? Kind of annoying that the game just arbitrarily decides whether or not it's going to track certain missions, so that sometimes you're not actually sure whether it's just not tracking the mission or whether it's it was tracking the mission and you completed the mission. Because unlike Champions Online, it doesn't have a unique little audio cue to let you know that you've completed a mission.
Poison Ivy's pheromones can make anyone fall in love with her. Usually it's only a close range. These distance attacks are something dangerously new.
See the spores in the air? Any breeze will send them out to infect the entire city. Find and destroy Ivy's spore cannons before that happens. Watch out for the pod people. They have enough mind left to attack, but just barely.
There should be 5 of 10. I don't know why. Yeah, see, I don't know why it wasn't tracking it. That's a blood root being held in the air by someone's control power. I've noticed that the way missions are coded in DCUO isn't as neatly defined as CO sometimes, especially story stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit looser, a little bit more sloppy. For all the good things in the game, the missions and the way that they're tracked, and sometimes won't display progress properly, is not so good, not as good as Champions Online, and it's disappointing.
Join us or we fertilize it.
He wants leveled up by completing a story objective and not the overall mission itself. And our story often also adds missions to your journal. Yeah. Still need one more of those. So that's that done for me. So now it's off to
spores in the air?
I don't need to hear it.
Any breeze will send them out to infect.
Spore cannons are off
entire
over this
city.
way.
Find and destroy Ivy's spore cannons before that happens. Watch out for the pod people. They have enough mind left to attack, but just barely.
In this park here, be careful. There's Solomon Grundy wandering around as an incidental level 46.
Forensic toxicology report. This rose contains a powerful neurotoxin that suppresses free will.
Also, if you're not careful, I think it's these little dudes. I don't remember exactly what they're called because they won't display. But once they're defeated, but the little dudes, if they if two of them start standing facing one another, they're going to try and transform into something bigger. It's not quite so much of a deal, given that we're over-leveled for the content. But if it were
Forensic toxicology report. The petals of this flower are teeming with potent pheromones.
if we were doing it at level, well, basically it would be worth. Yeah, there we go. Thorns. They're going to combine into some kind of oak, I think. I suppose it'd be worth showing. Never mind. I'm sure it will happen. And there's also a side mission around here somewhere that asks you to pick up, well, the game calls them seeds. They actually look like gigantic walnuts. Oh hey, voice line, voice log.
Forensic toxicology report. One prick from this rose and we'd need to call the coroner. Forensic toxicology report. Leave it to Ivy to stick with the classics.
Side mission should be around here somewhere, I think. They're on the edge, the outskirts. They standing next to a big dump truck. Not sure why I can't find them. Should be fairly obvious. Ah, there we are.
Hey, can you grab some of those seed pods? We need to determine the health effect on the immediate area. Thanks.
These are the seed pods, as I said. They look like giant walnuts. Well, green walnuts.
For food.
Yes, your clothes are the going issue here, of course.
Never defeat the plants.
Oops. Tree monster. Yep, that'll be. I think is it poison oak? They transform into.
Dispatch, this is Bullock. Bat sent in the boy Wonder, but there's no word. SCU and the new heroes should be on this, right? Well, they can catch up. I'm going in.
10-4 Bullock. Use extreme caution and your rebreather against IV spores.
Yeah. I can't breathe through my nose anyway. Damn adenoids. Bullock out.
Ivy's power is nature itself.
kind of a lot of voice lines going on at the same time there. That was the one I was trying to listen to was telling me that Bullock had followed Ivy into the greenhouses here. Actually, we'll be going into one of these greenhouses in a bit, and we'll actually meet Bullock in there.
I can feel myself being digested.
Oh, gallows! There we are.
Oh, so gross!
The last thing you see.
Guess I got enough of those collected there. So just the one more of the spore cannons, which look like a sort of big pulsating cabbagey thing.
This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
I don't think those are my only two options, you know. Join them or die. Oh, hey. There we go. Let's deal with them before they transform.
GCPD radio says that Harvey Bullock went into Ivy's greenhouse to try and shut this down. Since Robin hasn't reported back, I'm betting we have a rash of trouble on our hands.
Very funny. Poison ivies give you rashes.
Don't let anything you see inside that greenhouse stop you. Knowing Poison Ivy, she's kept Robin and Harvey alive as slaves. Free them from Ivy's influence, and they can help you take her down, so she can serve her time at Arkham.
Please! We tried to raid Ivy's hideout, but it went horribly wrong. Most of us didn't make it out. You have to go into the greenhouse and save them.
I don't have to, but I will. There's a side objective in here and I can't quite remember what it is, but you get a feat for doing it. It's probably destroy a bunch of something or other. Or it might be free all of the police officers. Yeah, that's it. Find all of the police officers who are tied up like this.
You just saved the life of a GCPD officer. Thank you.
And free them, and you'll get a feat for it.
This is the police!
Yes, I'm sure that the giant ancient bloodroot will pay attention to you because you're the police. This is ordinarily quite a difficult fight, kind of a difficult fight, especially if you're like doing this at level 16 or 17. As it is, not really a struggle. Swarms of these things also very well dealt with by dual pistols, because you can just spray fire.
In a typically brilliant move, the GCPD went in after Ivy. Oh, those plants of hers. They're not human, if you know what I mean. I think I'm the only one who made it.
You came in after her. You told Dispatch you were going in. You led the charge, pretty much. I don't think that you can call it a typically brilliant move in a sarcastic tone of voice like that. I'm not quite sure how to... Thank you for letting me know that the stream had died again. I don't know why. I've tried to update OBS. I've tried to update my drivers. I've tried to update all the software involved. OBS is just currently deciding that it will occasionally not work, and I don't know why. But thank you for letting me know. I have fixed it. Oh, I should have done anyway. I was talking about how water could legitimately be used to hurt plants. If you've got enough water, or certainly enough applying pressure, then... hold on, let me refresh the Twitch app as well. Because it wasn't... hadn't updated to show that the stream was happening, and wasn't timing it. Oh, there we go. Okay, because the stream app on the Twitch app on for managing the stream has a duration timer, and it wasn't ticking up anymore. There's a dead officer, unfortunately. I think coming over here will start a cutscene. No. Okay. There's a swarm of little bloodroot saplings. Kind of a pain. Dealing with lots of small enemies is ideally you'd want to use the dual pistols for it, so that you could just pour out constant attacks, constant stream of damage. We haven't quite found them all, and I don't remember whether there are any more inside, because this next part in here is a boss fight against Ivy. I think. Yes. We can check later. Let's continue with the story, I suppose. Oh no, okay, I was wrong. Not quite.
I would have been plant food if it weren't for you.
There we go. Not quite fight time. Still a little bit more.
Gotham.
Robin, my darling, take care of this pesky little worm before it takes over my beautiful garden.
Yes,
Worms are really good for gardens. I don't know what Ivy's on about.
To the rescue. Grow, my lovely, and devour this intruder. My thorns are sharp.
Yep, it's just a big version of the Gallows Oak. It's not that impressive, to be honest.
Any longer. Can't you hear my pain? What have you done to this planet? What have you done to me? Take me back to Arkham. I can't endure anymore.
Was I working for Ivy?
What a wide choice I have available.
Dang, who taught you to punch? My jaw'll be sore for a week. Guess it serves me right for losing my nose breather. Alright, I gotta get Ivy back to Arkham Asylum. You get back on the streets.
Losing his nose breather. He gave it to us.
My babies. You love me, don't you? You do anything for me. And I would do anything for you. I'd give you the whole world if I could. But some people don't understand. Some people are jealous. Some people want to kill my babies, destroy them, make them wither and die. But don't worry, my darlings. Those killers will pay for their crimes. I promise you, Poison Ivy will be back. And I won't be alone.
Poison Ivy often starts out as a proponent of protecting the Earth and reversing ecological damage. But she's kind of a hypocrite, because if she wanted to do that, she could go to places like the Amazon and just focus on regrowing the forest that's been destroyed there. She doesn't have to stay in Gotham terrorizing people and destroying things. If her goal is genuinely to help the Earth, she just stays here and takes over people's minds because she likes causing pain. And as such, like, I've got no sympathy for her. I mean, her cause, as she states it, is reasonable. In fact, I believe that we should do more to protect the plant life in the world, but she's not actually... Yeah, noble cause, bad execution, exactly. They need a reason for Ivy to be a villain. You described a hero, yeah.
You did well. Robin and I will get Poison Ivy back to Arkham. You get back on the streets. Gotham needs you. We'll talk again soon.
That thing's definitely telling me to press... Oh, right, okay, it's at the top of the open granted item menu. Okay, claim... I don't know what that is. Let's find out. Use this tab to equip your augments, and these are augments. Refurbished neural access coil box, requires level 25, cannot trade, cannot delete, cannot sell. Attention, using this item will consume it and allow you to choose from the following items: dominating thing, mighty thing, precise thing, restoring thing, or vital thing. And I assume that vital increases your health, restoring increases regeneration, precise means better crits, mighty probably means more physical damage, and I think dominating probably has to do with... Yeah, dominance is combined with restoration to determine the potency of healing and shield abilities. Okay, there's a lot of stats in the game, and I don't really fully understand how they interplay. But thankfully I don't need to, just at the moment, because it only comes up when you're endgame, like, fighting against endgame content and getting endgame gear. It's quite difficult, I think, to fail consistently at this stage of the game. If you're having problems, then probably update your gear. You should be getting new gear as you complete missions. Or go to the 31st century and get your ass kicked by Validus. Yeah, that might be an issue as well. I wonder what this is for. This is one of those wanted posters, as I said, but this is probably for defeat 5 new villains who must not rank more than 5 levels below you. Oh, I think this is a PvP wanted poster, so definitely not taking that. Not all of the wanted posters are for PvP. Some of them, one of them on the Chinatown MCPD, no, yeah, Metropolis Police, yeah, MCPD building is to take down the Minotaur. New villain means players, yeah. Okay, that one outside here is for PvP, but I think there's one, there might be one in here, or there's certainly other wanted posters like this one. I don't know quite what you need to do to unlock that, but there are wanted posters for defeating the big powerful villains you see wandering around, like Bizarro and like Solomon Grundy, or the Minotaur, or maybe Weather Wizard. Weather Wizard can usually be found outside the Chinatown MCPD safe house, but I think he's like 120 something, not 46.
Batman's taking Ivy to Arkham. You know, he didn't even chew me out. Somehow that's worse. Anyway, thanks for your help.
Don't quite remember what's next. It's been a while since I've leveled a character up to
Anything in particular you're interested in purchasing
30.
today?
I also want to
Anything in particular you're interested in purchasing today?
Not that I think I'll run into issues not having gear up to date or repaired, but what's this? Complete this mission to collect your new exabytes. You have a package of exabytes waiting to be incorporated into your new augments. let's go through and open these things. Yeah, sure. Oh, I can only do anything with these when I'm level 30. Alright, and this has recommended for controller tank, damage superpowers, damage weapons, healer, controller. Alright, well let's pick the one that I'm mostly doing. You have unlocked adaptive augments. In addition to stats, these powerful augments grant you the special bonuses for their respective episodes. Use exobytes to level them up to become even more powerful. Oh. That's a lot of thingamies. And I've also got a message, probably from Bullock, from somebody, for completing the audio log. Oh, Robin, okay. Pretty poison. Yeah, you pwned her. That's the last time I let Ivy take me captive. Good work gathering these poisonous plants. As pretty as they are, their thorns can be deadly. Nice. Ah, okay, this is giving me a tutorial about augments. Okay, equip your augments into the slots on this panel. Fortify your augments in the Fortify tab. Exobytes are used to fortify augments. They can be salvaged from items at any R&D station. Okay, I still can't equip these things though. Oh, well, I can't equip these, but I do appear to be able to equip these. Not telling me where to put things though. To put them here. Okay, there we go. Just equip stuff for weapon damage. Artifacts and augments appear here. Load an item from the list here to begin the upgrade process. Reagents appear here. Load reagents here to progress your item towards the next rank. Press this button to consume your reagents and fortify the item. Okay. Father just kicked Lautner around so hard some of her gear had less than 20 durability left. I think you lose 10 anytime you get KO'd. Okay, fair enough. They're still talking about item durability. I may as well just load all of these into one of them. I assume this is fine. Just got a bunch of precise things equipped for the purposes of increasing weapon damage. When I completed the last mission, I got a little present between, well, sort of to the right of the chat box and above the power bar. and then I pressed F1 to open up this menu, and then the very topmost option above role was open, I think, gifted components or something, and it gave me a list of like 8 or 10 exobyte thingies.
We've got an emergency. The Green Lantern Corps' power rings have been acting strangely, and they've traced the problem back to Earth. Problem is, so has the Sinestro Corps. They're throwing down in the historic district. Talk to the recruiter in the police station there for more.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm not sure what criteria you'd need to fulfill. It might have something to do with the number of feats that you've completed, or it might be to do with the fact that I've bought stuff from the store and you haven't. I don't know what criteria I meet that you don't, I'm afraid. Sorry. That just got me... Oh yes, they've been switched out actually, already. Antifreeze shoulders. Do I want to keep the antifreeze shoulders? They don't look bad. But they're not quite Speed Force Spectrum, are they? Let's lock that. I think I got antifreeze chest option there as well, didn't I? Which looks decent, but I'm not going to keep it. So, Midtown MPD. To help the Green Lanterns against the Yellow Lanterns. That mission that gave you that pile of stuff was when you hit level 25, I think. Well, except Alero Wavestorm is also level 25 and hasn't received the thing that I did.
Now, where's the exit?
Just stay where you are, mate.
Thanks for the backup.
Oh yeah, here's a... Oh no, I thought that this might be a wanted poster, but no it isn't. Okay, never mind.
Greetings. The Green Lantern Corps is tasked with keeping intergalactic order, but there's something interfering with our rings. We suspect the murderous Sinestro Corps. Help us defeat their yellow power of fear, and the Corps will not forget your efforts.
This is Superman. I'm glad to see you've joined the fight against Sinestro. According to Green Lantern, whatever's disrupting their power rings is here in Metropolis. Until they find it, it's up to us to take out Sinestro's vanguard and help the Corps. Their rings draw on pure willpower. See if you can lend some of yours.
I'm wondering about creating a couple of other characters, heroes, who I would be creating as magic and tech background, so I can show, just as I can show the magic and the tech background specific missions. So I would only switch to them to show those missions. I wouldn't try leveling up through all the story content as them as well on stream. So I'd just do the bits that I haven't been able to show on stream so far, and probably I'd level them up between streams so that I could do the background specific missions on stream just briefly. And that would allow me to show the stuff that you do at the start. The one mission that you get that we did last time to fight alongside your mentor against their arch-villain. And then I think there's only one more background-specific mission or sequence of missions. The one for meta-heroes has you fight against Lex again inside somewhere. And the one for magic heroes has you fight against Circe inside of a kind of weird mystic fractal space. And I don't know that I've ever gotten a character up to level 30 with the tech background, so I don't know for sure what the Batman versus Joker final fight looks like.
So you're working with the core, huh? And without even a power ring. I got a few new core members who could use a dose of willpower to get them through Sinestro's assault. They're up on the rooftops. Can you show them how it's done?
I wonder if he has a different voice line if your character's power set is green light.
All my willpower. What's going wrong?
So here, this panicked recruit summons a training device from his ring, because this is a green construct, and you need to help them by fighting their training constructs. I don't know quite how this helps them, other than perhaps showing them how it's done. But apparently it does.
The ring works.
Summons 1, 2, and then 3. And it's quite difficult to fail this, actually, unless you start talking to one and then wander off and leave him to his own devices. Sometimes villains, this area here, in which this mission takes place, because it's got green and yellow lanterns here, is an area where both heroes and villains will be doing missions. So sometimes villains will go around defeating all the green lanterns that they can find, and leave it so that you actually don't have anyone to help.
I can't tell what my ring is going to do here, so watch out. Gotta get this right. I'm using all my willpower.
It used to be that you'd have to help 3 of them rather than just 2, I think. So, kind of surprised me a bit. Oh, have you done all of it down here? So here I would be helping these guys to their feet, and then defending them against attacking yellow lanterns. But Alera has done all of that already. So I guess we'll...
Sinestro Core's yellow powers draw on the power of fear, much like the Green Lantern rings draw on willpower. They're not friendly guys. And it looks like they're all zeroing in on City Hall. I'm updating your map.
The players control you by healing targets you need to kill. Yeah.
Any attempt to discuss the situation with Sinestro has failed. Against all the evidence, he's convinced the Green Lanterns are sabotaging his Core's rings. Since he wants a fight, give it to him. The sooner we drain the charge from those yellow rings, the better.
Trolling you by healing targets you need to kill is better than killing all the targets you need to help, I think.
Archeological manhunter bounty. Dangerous criminal of the antimatter universe and confidant of the criminal Sinestro. Wanted dead or alive.
I must have missed one from the previous zone. That was the first one I picked up for this area, so I'll go back and find that one. Should be. It's a bit difficult because there's so many sources of green around.
Attack now!
Manhunter bounty. Green Lantern Corps. Usurpers of the rightful Manhunter place as the Guardian's right hand. Apprehend or destroy on sight.
Every time I see the character Marla, I think about the Superman animated series character who is Kryptonian and not Amazon. Weird. Yeah, sometimes character origins will differ slightly depending on the universe.
The only one sabotaging anything is you, Sinestro.
Defeating Sinestro Corps members. Oh, and there's also an Alpha Lantern here.
I assume you were sent by Superman. The Sinestro Corps is using an amplifier device to boost their rings against interference. You must disable those devices.
You've been using having a story where they actually meet each other. Superman animated series version is a fully different character with the same name. Okay. I mean, in most DC universes, the character Artemis is an Amazon and kind of a friend and contemporary of Wonder Woman. Sometimes she turns villain and sometimes she helps Wonder Woman. But in Young Justice, which is definitely a DC universe, because it's got Batman and Superman, all the standard ones. Artemis, the character, is an archer, a human, not an Amazon, and she's an archer who trains alongside Green Lantern. Thanks for the warning. Now that you say it, I do remember that Archelo is around here, and you need to be. Yeah, there he is. He's a level 46, so he's not quite as dangerous. He's a level 120 or whatever. Would you please stop that?
I'm watching the ring's energy signatures. It looks like something is blocking their usual power source, like it's trying to rewrite all of them somehow. Both Sinestro and Green Lantern Corps. What?
Oh yeah, I know what that is. This is setting up
Sinestro's
for...
getting desperate. His core is capturing Green Lantern rings and holding them in yellow prison constructs to weaken the Green Lantern Corps. Free the rings. Even if the Corps can't use them, at least we'll get them out of Sinestro's hands.
The line about overwriting the rings is setting up for the Lantern War event.
Delaware Manhunter Lemony, last survivor of the planet Moloch Civic, wanted dead or alive on counts of aiding and abetting the Green Lantern Corps.
In the case of the Lantern War, what I mean is Black Lanterns, who represent death.
Keep those constructs out. We have to keep
Due
those
to the
yellow
malfunction in
rings
our rings, we require your aid. Find a fallen manhunter. It will have a fear processor unit you can use to locate the rings of fallen yellow lanterns. Lock these rings inside our green prison constructs before they find a new bearer. Do not delay.
The sequence of events in the comic was called Blackest Night and then Brightest Day, when Black Lanterns went around resurrecting dead heroes, and then some of the Green Lanterns worked out how to create
Status
White Lanterns.
report. Green Lantern 1512 deceased. Space Sector Scan 1512 initiated for replacement.
A bunch of heroes and villains gained rings.
Status
So,
report. Sinestro Corps member.
for example, Lex Luthor, I think, got a yellow or an orange ring. Wonder Woman got like a violet ring, I think. A sapphire. Oh no, that's how we want that to be, isn't it?
Ring status report. Green Lantern 804 deceased. Space Sector Scan 804. Ring status report. Sinestro Corps member 110 status deceased. Sector Scan 150. Ring status report. Sinestro Corps member. Ring status report. Sinestro Corps member.
Still got a lot of captured rings to...
Ring status report. Green Lantern 1066. Ring status report. Green Lantern 80. Ring status report. Green Lantern 1066 deceased. Space Sector Scan 1066 initiated for replacement. Ring status report. Sinestro Corps member. Status report. Green Lantern 1512 deceased. Space Sector Scan 1512 initiated for replacement.
I'm impressed by the
status report.
I mean, they have to have been aware, because of the interconnected nature of Lantern rings. They've got an amazing communication network. They have to be aware that my character has been defeating yellow lanterns
status report.
left, right, and center. So quite why they think their
status report.
Individual will be capable of defeating me if it takes me on. I don't know.
Ring status report.
Away from our reach.
And then when it's me taking them on myself, it's a little bit like bullying. There we go.
Oh boy. I'm tracking a huge yellow light construct at City Hall. It looks like a giant fear generator. I'm alerting John Stewart. He'll meet you inside with the core.
Sinestro has created a yellow fear generator construct to boost all of his malfunctioning rings. John Stewart and Select Core will meet you inside to help take it out. Maybe then Sinestro will listen to reason, and we can locate the source of the real disturbance. Maybe. But I doubt it.
Got a bunch of new shielded robot pieces. I think they look quite cool, maybe? I don't know. They look a bit weird, particularly the boots. Maybe I won't use them. I think there's... I don't remember how many of the voice logs there are. I think there's 6 or 7. And I think that there's one that's kind of difficult to find. I think it's hiding around here somewhere. There's something in here at least. Very Art Deco. Very nice. Big fan of the Art Deco design style myself. So I appreciate all the Art Deco that you find around in... oh, come on. In Metropolis. Yeah. Avoiding them once you pull their attention is not worth the trouble. Of course, with all the oh hey, that's not quite what I was after, but I'll pick it up. Of course, with all the decoy glowing green objects around here, it's a little bit difficult to find exactly the one that you're after. This building is pretty badly fucked, isn't it? I mean, you have to have done a lot of damage to the foundations for it to skew off to the side like that. Well, hopefully we'll find the remaining voice logs inside. There's a cutscene that happens if you get too far inside. Oh, there we are.
Ah, one of the good guys. The Sinestro Corps is using remote fear generators made from manhunters to boost their powers. I tried to scan one and the fear from it almost killed me. If you're able, scan the devices. We need to know how to shut them down.
I don't know that these pulses actually do anything to your character.
Are you here to fight? Good. One of Sinestro's manhunters is just behind this door. He's been slightly damaged, so that may give us an advantage. Bring down the shield. We're heading in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those
No, I'm just here to sightsee. Sorry.
beware my power. Green Lantern's light. We got him. The manhunter's down. Watch your backs, Green
I knew that there was
Don't leave any stragglers.
Well, first of all, it's nice that I got that. This power that you've got here is really cool as well with jellyfish and a whirlpool. I knew that there was a feat involving him, the manhunter there, but I couldn't quite remember what exactly it was. But it looks like defeat it. Yep.
Manhunter bounty, Yellow Lanterns. Heralds of Sinestro, wielders of the power rings that concentrate fear. Destroy or apprehend on sight.
Oh no, that's not what I'm after. Investigations? No. No, not headlines either. Collections? No. Maybe it was investigations. Metropolis. Oh no, it was feats, wasn't it? Feats I just earned. Lead from the front. Defeat the Manhunter in City Hall while all allies are still in the fight. Okay, so before any of the allied Green Lanterns get defeated, you're supposed to defeat the Manhunter.
Take out that yellow fear generator! Sinestro Corps! We will not stand for this unjustified attack. You will pay for your crimes against the galaxy.
Aha, there we are. I thought I heard that. So this will be 5 of 6, I think.
John Stewart, Manhunter bounty. Aptitude for technology, enables to create elaborate light constructs. Wanted dead or alive on tasks of aiding and abetting the Green Lantern Corps.
And I think that there's an investigation point inside the room with the boss fight at the end, so that should be all of them. You probably don't need to go around searching outside for final note to listen to. Oh, I'm panicked. That's wild. Not happened before. Target. Aha! The chest. I think this is... I don't know why it's got an objective marker over it, because it's not something you can destroy or do anything. Oh, yes, cool. This will be a cutscene. And there's an investigation marker.
I see through your protests. You fear Sinestro's power. You fear what's right.
But you cannot stop the Sinestro Corps, and you will pay for this attempt to limit our power.
You're crazy if you think the ring malfunctions have anything to do with us, Sinestro. But then, reason was never your strong point. You want to fight, you got one.
More difficult fight than the one we just experienced. It might just be because I'm usually doing it solo, and I don't know that I'm always quite as high level as I am at the moment doing it. But it might be that they've made it easier. This will give me better stat increase. Might as well use that then.
Sinestro Manhunter Bounty, former member of the Green Lantern Corps, now ruthless head of the Yellow Lanterns. Wanted dead or alive for counts too numerous to display.
Thanks for the assault should have drained Sinestro's rings near zero. Maybe now the Lanterns can finally track the source of the original disturbance. You did Metropolis proud, and the Green Lantern Corps as well.
This is not over, Lanterns, for fear dwells within us all.
That played two sets of voices.
Sinestro won't get far.
That's annoying.
I was the greatest of the Green Lanterns. I brought law and order in the universe. Forcing my will upon the light, I brought a new dawn to the Lantern Corps. When I was banished, I found willpower is easily broken. By fear. Fear is strong. You think you are fearless, that I am so easily defeated. Let those who try to stop what's right burn like my power, Sinestro's might!
The reason he was stripped of his position is because he took over his homeworld as a dictator and ruled through, well, basically through fear. There's a number of occasions where the Guardians of Oa, the little blue dudes with big heads, who lead the Green Lantern Corps, they have a number of issues. They're not super good dudes, and they've got a lot of shady background, shady secrets in their background. But stripping Sinestro of his position was a good choice. Now, Sinestro getting a yellow lantern ring, rather, it tends to vary. He never manifests one through his own strength of fear. He gets it from somewhere. Usually it's an experimental item, or there's other descendants of the controllers, the Guardians of Oa, who are experimenting with other colors in the spectrum of emotions. So green is willpower, yellow is fear, red is rage, blue is hope, violet is love, indigo is compassion, and orange is greed. And there are two others. There's the black lanterns and the white lanterns. And black lanterns, empathy. Yeah. The black lanterns are powered by death, and the white lanterns are powered by a combination of all powers. All the non-black lantern colors in the spectrum. They bring life. I didn't read the Lantern War, Blackest Day and Brightest. No, Blackest Night and Brightest Day comics. I only know about the sequence of events tangentially, mostly because I read With This Ring, the fanfic, where the author self-insert gets an Orange Lantern ring. So I don't know the full sequence of events there. Some aspect of it is in the game. Clearly, the lead up to this, when Oracle says that she detected something trying to overwrite the programming of both yellow and green lantern rings. The 7 cores each have a different organization to the core, even. Yeah. Which Oracle noting that the rings were being overwritten, or something was attempting to overwrite them, is a lead into the huge Lantern War arc, which I assume manifests later. Although I've never actually played that content in the game. Orange has only 2 lanterns in the comics, one of them only temporary. Yellow is set up so that only Sinestro can be leader. Yeah. Who is the second of the Orange Lanterns? I know that one of them is Larfleeze. And the reason that there's only one Orange Lantern is because orange is the colour of greed, and so Larfleeze is selfish to a supernatural extent. He hoards all. I don't think there are very many actual Orange Lantern rings. There might only be the one. But if there are any more made, he wants to control all of them. Lex Luthor managed to temporarily obtain the power. Okay, yes, I thought it was Lex Luthor. I wasn't quite sure. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so each of the Lantern cores are set up differently, as Mar Hawkman was describing. Bit of beard or moustache I managed to get in my mouth there, sorry. Kind of an unpleasant sensation. They all have their own unique organizations. If you're interested, it's very easy to look them up online. I'm not an expert. I don't want to try and give incorrect information. Larfleeze has a horde of orange rings. There are thousands of orange rings, but Larfleeze has a vault filled with them. Oh, okay. I know that he has an ability to take over a person, convert them into orange light, and create a construct of that person. I think sometimes he turns the constructs of people into more orange rings, although I don't know why he would do that, and I don't know who would be making the orange rings in the first place, other than the Malvans, who are the controllers. Join John Stewart and elite Green Lantern Corps members to take out the Sinestro Corps Yellow Fear Generator and Sinestro himself. Done. Go to Midtown MPD station to continue your mission. Okay. So the Malvans are one of, if not the first species in the universe to gain sapience. They also have an enormous... What mission is this? That I obviously haven't completed. Lantern Bearer. Weird. I wonder why that's tracking mission progress that I don't have. Maybe it's the Ring War PvP event. Oh well, whatever. Larfleeze wants to have stuff. Orange rings are a treasure to him. Okay, fair enough. So the Malvans, along with being one of, if not the first species to gain sapience in the universe, are also enormously intelligent. They go through technological development very, very quickly. In the first day of their existence, of their sapience, they far outstrip all human technological development up to this point. And as such, very quickly get to the point of experimenting with the emotional light spectrum that exists as a power source in the DC universes. Lantern rings are so incredibly advanced technology that they are almost indistinguishable from direct magical items. Because of course in DC there are both high technology and magic as separate things. So it's not a case of sufficiently advanced technology being indistinguishable from magic. There is both very, very advanced technology and also magic, and they aren't necessarily the same things. But in the cases of lantern rings, the convergence is so close as to be basically close enough to say that yes, a lantern ring counts as, or can count as a magic item. Somehow ended up in Gotham. That's weird. I don't know quite how you managed to do that. It's quite impressive. You may have warped automatically by accident. The in-universe explanation is that rings are a way of focusing ambient magic. Yeah. And so the Malvans split off into studying different emotional light frequencies. The controllers of Oa focus on green light of willpower. There are Malvans who focused on violet light of love. There are Malvans who focused on... who experimented with creating... I think the Malvans probably experimented with creating orange and yellow rings, and probably a Malvan is where Sinestro got his yellow ring. There aren't any, as far as I know, there aren't any Malvans connected with the Red Lantern Corps, at least not as it exists at the moment. There's a whole bunch of backstory about how the Red Lantern Corps came into existence. Basically, it's a crime that the Green Lantern Corps committed and then covered up. And so a lot of the, well, certainly the leadership of the Red Lanterns is justifiably angry at the Green Lanterns.
On behalf of the Corps, accept my thanks. Strangely, even with the fear generator destroyed, our rings are still erratic. We may need to call upon you again.
Atrocitus is the creator of the Red Rings, but he is a victim of the Owens, not an Owen. Yes, I know, yeah, I couldn't quite remember his name, but Atrocitus definitely does not look like an Owen. And he was a victim of the Owens. I just couldn't... because I've never read the stories directly, like all the way through. All I know about them is stuff that I've picked up from fan fictions. Not because I've been looking for fan fiction based around Green Lantern specifically, but just more generally the DC universe, and because it's kind of a big aspect, it comes up quite often. So I've kind of osmotically gained knowledge on the Lantern stuff. I just haven't read the stories, so I don't know precisely, specifically what's going on. John Stewart, escaping the Manhunters. Nice going, kid. The Manhunters are the Sinestro Corps' muscle. Anything we can get on them is a big help. These bounties you gathered will let us keep one step ahead of them. Consider the Green Lanterns in your debt. Nice. Oh yes, just realised. Another reason that I might have been doing so well against Sinestro in that fight is because I've got my Exobit Augments slotted.
I'm selling the stuff you need to beat back the bad guys, buddy.
Not sure what the next mission is. It might be in Gotham. Yeah, East End GCPD station to continue your mission. So what is it now? Meet Nightwing at Gotham's East End police station near the holding cells. No joke. This has probably got something to do with the Joker, hasn't it? Given the name. East End. Select.
Hey, I promised Gordon I'd babysit these two before they're taken to Arkham, or I'd join you out on the streets. The Joker's clowns are acting even crazier than usual because of the Joker's new toxin. That stuff is like atomized insanity. Good luck out there.
Apparently that's James Marston doing the voice acting, and it doesn't sound like him, which is impressive. So who's this? A Bane thug? Maybe two Bane thugs. I don't know why he's promised to babysit them. Oh well. Yeah, it sounds like he's like pitched his voice up slightly. But I guess like if you know to listen for it, it's more obvious. I wasn't quite picking it up, but that just means that he's very good at his job, I suppose. Go to Gotham to continue your mission. Yeah, so we're dealing with Joker henchmen. Hello. That's an exhibit. No, wrong button. And all this yellow stuff that you can see. Oh, this stuff is actually fear gas toxin. Because this is a zone in which you fight against the Scarecrow's thugs. But then a little bit further on, in this direction, you'll see more yellow stuff floating in the air, and in that case, it's
This is Batman. The Joker's clowns have no respect for human life, and today is no exception. When this attack began, I received an obscure encoded signal. That can't be a coincidence. I need you to clean up the Joker's mess while I decrypt the code.
and then, yes, over there is Poison Ivy's Hypnopollen. Trying to remember who created the orange power battery and rings. It wasn't Larfleeze. No, it definitely wasn't. It was a Malvern. It was a controller. Way back at the beginning. Well, very early in the universe. And Larfleeze actually stole the Orange Lantern and ring and used it almost entirely untrained, based entirely from his greed, and became a major threat. Oh, would you fuck off, you horrible asshole.
Joker says to make sure all of Gotham sees this.
Riddler here. Bah! This coffee table book is simply a derivative of a greater work.
You'll make good fuel for the fire!
In this continuity, the Riddler stops being a criminal and starts solving crimes.
Joker gave us enough explosion.
He still has a pair of henchmen, but they're more along the lines of sexy assistants or bodyguards, because it's a pair of women.
Gotham's gonna have their eyes on us.
Fuck off. Wretched shits.
Good work. Whatever's happening here is a part of a bigger plan. I've decoded the signal that began at the start of the attack, and it's a series of coordinates. I'm uploading the first one to your map now.
Oh, I've probably got several skill points to spend, haven't I? 5, okay. Might as well stick them all in there. Yes, and this Riddler-themed box here is what we're after.
The Riddler is back in action? Last I heard, he'd retired from a life of crime and started his own detective agency. But from these clues, he's slipping into his old criminal lifestyle. Huh. I wonder why.
I missed this,
Joker's goons are using those clown
mission.
heads as bomb delivery devices. We need to get those things off the street and confiscate their incendiary devices. Can you do it?
Side mission track. Thank you. Okay, Joker heads. Oh yes, it's these big things.
Something flashy! You'll be helping us out! Joker says to make sure. Come to the party! You'll make fuel for the fire!
Maybe I should try one of these big ones up here.
Welcome to the party!
Because I can actually target it.
Every stooging! You can't do something flashy! You'll be helping us out!
Might just bash your head into the shield. Finish that side mission. Retrotech shoulders. Let's see if they look cool. Yeah. Let's recolor that.
Riddler's bizarre fixation with riddles prevents him from saying anything directly. When is an attack not an attack? When it's a feint. He's saying the Joker's attack here is just a diversion. But from what? There's a second set of coordinates. I'm sending them to your map now.
Barbara seems to be forgetting that Edward Nygma Detective Agency was founded to prove he's smarter than Batman and thus better at solving crimes. Well, I mean, whatever takes him away from committing crimes is good enough.
Led us directly to another clown attack. The Riddler must want us to shut the Joker down. But why? Whatever his reason, take advantage of it. Take out the clowns and then get to Nygma's next clue.
What? Oh, hey, good thing you showed up. Despite your wacky-looking clothes. You think you can take out those vans those clowns are pouring out of? I'm only one normal cop, so your help here would be swell.
It's interesting that the way that the game showed that text when it was doing the subtitles, it capitalized the V at the beginning of Vans, which makes me think that the clowns are coming out of the shoe van and not like the vehicle. Yeah, one of the annoying things about WAGs is they have like a little stupid dance that they do.
Yeah, you know, I almost had him before he threw the gas grenade at me. No, really, never mind. Thanks.
Those freaky
One quirk with the Legion of Doom is that the organization is lawful evil as a whole, so they tend to have focused objectives and not just random insanity. Yeah, I think in this case, I mean, we'll find out, but I think it's covering up theft of something.
Yeah, you know, I almost had him before he threw the gas grenade at me. No, really, never mind. Thanks.
Join the party!
Yeah, you know, I almost had him before he threw the gas grenade at me.
Those freaky clowns.
Yeah, you know, I almost had him before he threw the gas grenade at me.
Laugh it up, spandex!
I will. At your expense.
Those freaky clowns.
Look out! I need
Yeah, you know, I almost had him before he threw the gas grenade at me. No, really, never mind.
Those freaky clowns.
I need a drink. Riddler here. I see you've stopped to find my Go. What a classic game of wits. Joe Dynasty Classic.
Have we completed the side mission? Yes. Okay. That's alright then.
How about some poetry, Batman? The Joker is king, but slave to a tool. He thinks he's master, but he is a fool. When his toxin is in play, you'll know tomorrow what you should know today.
Joker thinks he is king, but he is a tool? It sounds like the Riddler is saying someone is jerking the Joker's strings. But who'd be crazy enough to do that?
Enigma's second riddle. It must mean that the Joker is working with someone to make his toxin. Someone who's using the Joker for his own ends. I'm putting the third coordinates on your map. Let's see what the Riddler's next clue reveals.
You should know tomorrow what you know today is a reference to T.O. Morrow, who is an old school DC villain who creates robots. He created Amazo, who has the ability to... oh no, that's Ivo, never mind. T.O. Morrow makes robots with superpowers.
Get in close. Those robots, they're models of Red Tornado, the robot created by T.O. Morrow. You'll know tomorrow. Very clever, Riddler. The previous attacks were all designed to draw attention away from the Joker's new robot squad. You know what to do.
Smash the robots.
Whoa!
Scan the Joker J1N1 robot parts for Wayne Tech. Hold on, maybe I can get some voice lines out of him.
Hello, I work for Wayne Tech. I've been assigned to retrieve and analyze the robots found in this area. I'd greatly appreciate if you could scan any robot parts you come across.
Scan Joker J1N1 robot parts for Wayne Tech at the site of the Joker's Otisburg attack.
Recognize. Please refer to page 42 of the Technician's Manual.
Addendum 13.
Yeah, so it's Dr. Ivo who creates Amazo. And Amazo is capable of copying the powers of any metahuman that he comes into contact with. So the best thing to do when you find Amazo is to send Green Arrow and Batman against him. Or, well, the ideal thing to do would be, once you identify Amazo, to use an anti-material rifle, like a 50 cal sniper rifle, to destroy him from a distance. This is an unlikely sort of behavior for a superhero to employ, if only because it involves sensible thinking and modern firearms. Can't muster the sensible thinking to shoot Amazo from a distance, then just send in Batman and Green Lantern, because that's the safest way to deal with the robot. You definitely don't want Amazo picking up abilities from Superman and Martian Manhunter and the most powerful members of the JLA or the Justice League. T.O. Morrow's main gimmick was future knowledge to try and get rich, since he's from the future and has historical records of things that haven't happened yet. I wasn't quite sure. I think T.O. Morrow's origin tends to vary. Either that or... I mean, because So my main interaction in terms of story with Tio Morrow is from Young Justice, where he was active in the 20s and 30s, creating a series of robots that posed as superheroes. First was Red Torpedo, who had water powers, then Red Inferno, who had fire powers, and then Red Tornado. And his aim in creating these robots was to make them think that they wanted to be, well, program them to want to be superheroes, so that they could infiltrate, so that they could join the Justice Society of America at the time. Justice Society predates the Justice League. It was never explored in the cartoon series Young Justice whether Tio Morrow was from the future or not. Maybe that's a thing that's in the comics. And maybe it was true of the Tio Morrow that was in Young Justice as well, it's just that it never got explored in the cartoon. But even if he isn't from the future in Young Justice, he's got a lot of
This is Riddler.
technological know-how.
Ah, the Towers of Hanoi. In order to understand the towers, you must understand the towers.
Scanned it before you could interrupt me, you little shit. Yeah, I think I've started talking about the annoying thing about WAGs, or the thing that I find annoying about them. It's that they can stun you, they have a charge ability to lunge at you. They do a stupid little jig dance before they lunge, do the charge at you, that you can't interrupt or stop without defeating them, I think. They're just enormously irritating overall.
All right, I give. I know the Joker knows I know what I know. He's going to kill me, Batman. I need your help. I'm at riddle me this. When you've been dealt a bum hand, where is the deck stacked against you?
I like that it has in the subtitles, struggles audibly against compulsion, and then gives in or loses.
It doesn't take Batman to decode that last clue. Riddler's in trouble at the Monarch Trading Card Company. Updating your map.
The Riddler's compulsion to flaunt his knowledge and riddles has helped us, but condemned him. The Joker will kill him for exposing his J1N1 robot attacks. With luck, you can get to the Riddler before Joker's killers do. It's the only chance the Riddler's got.
Oh, and there's a side mission here.
Greetings, unwitting potential dupe. Welcome to Riddler's Riddle Contest Automated Kiosk, patent pending. Solve my riddle and win a prize. Ready? Gardener, lover, rich man, brute. All became pilots, each in a suit. Shot from the deck, they lie where they land, awaiting a keen eye to return to their hand.
I think that just gives us a side mission to find and collect aces hidden in the factory floor factory. Okay, well, so it's a side mission that takes place during the next stage of the mission, so we don't have to go searching around outside looking for the cards that he described just now. They'll be inside, in here. One of them is over there, yeah.
Riddler here. I'm no fan of the night, but I do enjoy controlling the pawns. Hello, Batman. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. The door to what I know is definitely ajar, Batman. If you can find your way to me. Ready? Who is this? You're not Batman, but clearly working with Batman, or you never would have found me. Very well. Solve my riddles and you will find me and my message for the Dark Knight.
Do for this.
Hello, Batman. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. The door to what I know is definitely...
And then you come and do a thing for the door over here.
Well, we have a winner. Maybe you're not as dumb as you look.
And fabric away from moving parts.
Riddle me this. Want to get past my locks? Start to think outside the box. What I'm trying to convey will belt you, so don't delay.
Follow the conveyor belt and find something down at this end of it. Okay, here we are.
Nicely done. Riddler here. The Soma Cube is akin to an elegant philosophy, but I'm sure someone of your mental capacity is more familiar with the brightly colored Puzzle Cube.
He's such a smug knobhead.
Very good. The answer to the final riddle? Me, of course. But you'll only get through if you solve all my riddles.
We need to be careful here. Especially, don't go towards the hologram of the Riddler over there, because there are mines rigged to go off.
Look carefully, boys.
Oh, there's a feat for breaking 25 orange barrels. Okay, didn't realise.
So disappointing. Try this. Riddles 3 preceded you.
We got him now! You're gonna take him out!
Very good. The answer to the final riddle? Me, of course. But you'll only
It's a wanted poster, I think. Yeah, here we are. Wanted the Riddler. There we go. I don't know quite what interrupts you between... maybe it's fighting. Between hearing the clue and then finding the object.
3 sons, seeking fortune, made their way along a road one bright fine day. They came at last to a tri-forked road, and each a different route now strode. The middle son the left path tread, with dreams of riches in his head. The youngest took the middle pass, a wife he hoped to find at last. The eldest the right road did claim, a fine estate was his good aim. The roads did wind and twist and bend. Sinestro failed even the most elementary of riddles. Fate, so say the sages, order not their paths, but instead their ages.
I figured because it was the eldest son who took the right path, he would go first, but apparently not. It's the youngest first, then the middle, then the eldest. So it's middle, left, right. And there's something... what is it? Is it this?
This machine is out of order. Move along.
No. Ah, here we are. That's the last of the cards. It should be possible to slip along behind here before we run into the room and over to the Riddler to hear this.
Riddler here. This puzzle box, when correctly put together, reveals an internal secret. Think of it like the prize inside a box of booster bits.
And these are his 2 sexy assistants / bodyguards.
Apologies for my overly protective bodyguards. I had, of course, already determined that you aren't Joker's assassin.
Your time's up, Enigma. I never fail a contract.
It's Deathstroke! You have to protect me from him! I'll tell you everything! Just don't let him kill me!
I'll kill him.
After the body swap. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of messages from our Hulkman, I apologise. I was going around the game.
Why, Deathstroke? I'd have thought the man famed to use 90% of his brain would have figured it out already. Joker's played you. Check your bank account if you don't believe me.
Don't think you can win. I see. The Joker's transfer was denied for insufficient funds. There you are. No money, no contract, no funeral for you, Riddler.
That went much more easily than it usually does. It's usually a longer fight with several stages. Deathstroke will tend to pick out different weapons to use, like a flamethrower and missile launchers and stuff. Just did the Giganta mission and noticed something strange. After the body swap, they also swapped sizes. How? Cassandra seemingly doesn't have the ability to change her size. Doris Azul uses the genetic modifications to her body to do that. Deathstroke? I'd beat up Deathstroke for free. but since you made an offer. Yeah. Apparently, in this universe, at least, for DCUO, Giganta gets her power from some kind of metaphysical source. I mean, she must do, because otherwise her ability to grow wouldn't transfer with her to a different body. Oh, they're both the same. Okay.
After that, maybe I don't mind Batman not showing after all. Tell Batman, T.O. Morrow was working with the Joker, but he's gone rogue. That toxin is far more dangerous than anything the Joker's used before. And T.O. Morrow has the real formula. Now, I'm going to go hide somewhere where the Joker will never find me. Come on, girls.
Yeah, Deathstroke is kind of like an evil Batman in that he always has a plan. I'll tell you a little bit more after this.
Riddles. Enigmas wrapped in conundrums. And with Morrow gambling with the Joker, all bets are off. Because what kind of hand do a Joker and an ace make? A dead man's hand. Or try this one. The man who makes it doesn't want it. The man who wants it doesn't use it. The man who uses it will never know he has it. Give up. A coffin. Riddle me this. Can anyone win this war?
Deathstroke has a plan, or he works out ahead of time, a plan to defeat or kill any enemy. Some of the voice lines that you find traveling around, there must be blue ones, because it's not a series of green ones. Some of the blue exclamation marks that you find detail Deathstroke's, are recordings of Deathstroke detailing his observations of weaknesses of certain heroes and maybe villains as well. So he notes some people rely too much on their powers, or some people have a weakness to one thing or another. So in a way, he is similar to Batman in that Batman also has a plan to take out everyone. Everyone has Batman has a contingency for everything. But other than that, I think usually Deathstroke is an ordinary human. Oh, hey, a mailbot. Pieces of the Puzzler. From Batman. Enigma is famous for his love of puzzles, but rarely are they a harmless game. I'll keep these puzzles you gathered on hand. They may serve to solve a future mystery. Nice. Retrotech legs. I'll save that into my archive. I think the Retrotech chest and legs looks quite cool. Don't know whether I've unlocked the Retrotech yet. Oh yeah, that's right. It looks like kind of almost a what's the word? Rocketeer style outfit. Oh, I haven't unlocked the Retrotech back yet. And there's a Retrotech head as well, which I don't have yet either. I think I will switch out to this outfit, but if I'm going to do that, I want to change the colours. Do I have the belt? Yes, I do. Okay. No, I won't. I'll stick with what I've got. Shielded robot boots. Yeah, I think... I thought that they looked like... a bit like trainers. The boots, because the fins on the back and the shape of the bottom. I'm not so fond of them, to be honest, myself. Retrotech is like 60s sci-fi or something, I think. I felt like Retrotech was more like The Rocketeer, which is a pulp action hero comic, or pulp action series from the 30s.
The only thing that could ever get Deathstroke to back off a hit is lack of funds. It's a point of honor. I'd say the Joker just made a serious enemy. And that if the Riddler's really as smart as he thinks he is, he'll take Echo and Query and stay hidden for a while.
Now that we know the Joker is working with T.O. Morrow, we can start making plans to take them both down. The new Joker toxin is far too dangerous to leave in their hands. Not to mention Morrow's Jokerized robots. Thank you for your help today. Speak to Nightwing in the safe house. Batman out.
T.O. Morrow would certainly explain how the Joker got a hold of the technology to build joke androids, like what you fight the first time you fight Joker goons here in Gotham, in the amusement mile, and against Harley over here in the Big Top and this kind of area here. Echo and Query are his moles. Yep. Well, I think they're more than moles. I mean, I was calling them sexy assistants, but they are actually his bodyguards, as well as being attractive and not wearing very much. But yes, their names are Echo and Query.
So you made it out alive against Deathstroke. You're one tough customer. And that's good, because with T.O. Morrow working with the Joker, we're gonna need every hero we've got.
This is Oracle. The international crime organization Intergang has created a new religion based on their so-called crime Bible. We need to shut down their operations before their cult spreads across Gotham. The Question in Gotham's Diamond District Police Station has more intel.
Yeah, the Intergang bunch. Well, the Intergang almost always, in every continuity I've seen, end up serving Darkseid. They get technology from Apocalypse, Darkseid's planet. So the fact that they've got a crime Bible here and are starting to turn more towards evil mysticism is unusual, I think. Oh, cool. Donut delivery. Visit each of the classic police stations. I'd forgotten about that feat. The first question is a guy, and I can't remember what he's called, but certainly in the animated series of the Justice League, he and the Huntress get together and have a child, and I think he retires to become a father, to be a full-time father. And so the second question is Rene Montoya, who was a police officer at the GCPD, but went through a series of unfortunate events and worship of Darkseid and not a proper religion. Well, yeah. They certainly are allies of Darkseid's, or at least Intergang. Certainly allies, or at least pawns of Darkseid. And the thing about their religion of crime in this universe is that we kind of, as long as you get enough people together and enough arcane knowledge and artifacts pointed in the right direction, you can make anything you feel like into an active religion. And so, yes, in the beginning stages, this religion of crime is a load of bollocks. Unfortunately, if they get far along enough, it will become a real thing. Certainly when we see... geez, what's his name? We'll find out shortly as we go through the story, but the guy who's leading the creation of the crime religion, he does have some mystic powers that he's derived somehow from the beliefs of the system. But yeah, so Rene Montoya, who is this version of the question, was a police officer with the GCPD. That kind of blank face is an identity protecting piece of technology that the question uses. It's a sort of covering that goes over their face and can only be removed with a special spray, I think, that causes it to stop being bonded. Anyway, I see that Alara is going through costume options.
Batwoman and I are working to keep tabs on Intergang's religion of crime. We can use your help, but get ready. These Intergang believers are more than just muscle. They truly believe.
I'm tracking Intergang activity now. Looks like one of their main bosses has a safe house nearby. I'm putting it up on your map.
We've probably got enough time before I need to stop to do this mission sequence. And I don't mind going slightly over. The face thing is actually a form of synthetic skin. Yeah, I think it varies depending on which version you're dealing with, which continuity, but certainly in the cartoon, the Justice League Unlimited, it's like a sort of synthetic covering that can only be removed with the aid of a spray that the question keeps on him. I don't know whether it'll be a different thing. In one story they actually use a spare can of it as a bandage. Fair enough. You bunch of knobheads.
Take them out!
Right. That's a conveniently easy place to see. I think one of the things you can pick up whilst you're doing this sequence of missions is Ashes of Apocalypse.
The Book of Blood. Chapter 8, verse 23. By deceit ye have freed yourself from the illusion of truth. And thus do I name the first book of blood.
They've put a lot of effort into coming up with language that seems religious adjacent. even though it's a load of bollocks. Where does the dude come from? Oh, here we are.
No one interferes with Intergang and lives. It is written. Get 'em, boys!
Yeah, Harry Potter is also written, but that doesn't make it true.
Of crime. The world will drown in blood before a weakling unbeliever like you makes me talk. Wait! Just in case the prophecy isn't true, I'll tell you. Mannheim says the crime Bible promises infinite power once he kills the twice-named daughter of Cain. He's doing it tonight. That's all I know.
Retrotech headpiece as well. Nice. So a couple of these pieces of gear, like the Token of Bana Migdal, I won, but I don't need. Do you want to see if I can trade it to you? Trade. This. I think I've also got a few pieces of investigation object that I've already collected. I don't know whether you've got these already. I don't have that, so that's good. I've already got Jetter's Coffee gift card. Do you already have these things? It should tell you whether you've got them or not. Cool, thank you. And I've also got... Do I have another one? I thought I did. I guess I don't. Fair enough. Thank you. Mannheim, that's the one. That's the idiot who's looting these bunch of idiots. Mannheim is messing with the League of Assassins. Mannheim's really confident in his power then. Yep.
Batwoman has a lead on a nearby Intergang warehouse. Meet up with her on site.
Different Kane. It's not Cassandra Kane, daughter of the leader of the League of Assassins. It's it's Batwoman.
Mannheim is planning to murder someone. We've got to get there now. I'll try to contact Batwoman in the question so you can join forces.
I don't remember what her first name is, but Batwoman's civilian identity is Kane.
I knew I smelled someone in here.
I commit your soul to Cain.
This is also new. Yeah, these guys can turn invisible. Which is is kind of annoying. I think I remember where all of them are.
The Book of Blood, Chapter 40, Verse 37. Lilith raised him up, and setting his hands upon her, spoke with breath hot on his neck. What ye name virtue, I call weakness. For ye lust heartily, but have not strength nor courage enough to slake it.
Quick, turn off the security camera before Intergang knows you're here. I'm showing a terminal nearby.
I don't think that you actually need to bother, but we might as well do it. I think all it does is raise an alert and maybe increase the number of enemies that you have to fight. I don't think that you suffer very much. These enormously tall Mauler dudes who, now that I look at them, look a bit like The Undertaker. Have quite an incredible lunge ability. Oh hey, there's a chest. Oh, another token of Banner Migdal. Might as well read that.
The trap is sprung. Rejoice, my shapeshifters. The prophecy is fulfilled. The twice-named daughter of Cain, Batwoman, will die as the crime Bible foretells.
Careful or we'll set off a...
Look,
there we go. That was
Kyle.
me, I think.
Another sheep to the slaughter. So you think to stop the prophecy? My shapeshifters will feast well tonight.
They are mine, Whisper!
No, I think it was me. No worries.
The Book of Blood, Chapter 19, Verse 12. To your gates I came, thirsty.
Fool! Must I do everything myself?
I think I starting that fight cut off the end of that voice line bit, so I'll try and find it and listen to it again. How she has the power to draw snakes. Ooh, contemporary tech shoulders. So deeds, investigations, Gotham. Tenets of the crime. There we go.
The Book of Blood, Chapter 19, Verse 12. To your gates I came, thirsty, and with water would have left contented. But ye have shown me greed, and this I shall name the third lesson.
Whispered, a really minor character from the comics. Whisper is one of Bruno Mannheim's lackeys. Yeah. Also, in the comics, her costume does not look remotely like this. They obviously just decided to put her in a very sexy outfit here. For no reason. Completely unnecessary. Exhibit.
This was all just a ruse to capture Batwoman for Intergang's ritual. I'm activating her tracking device. Follow the trail. The question is on her way. She'll meet you there. Batwoman's tracker is at this location. Mannheim's planning to sacrifice her to fulfill the Crime Bible's prophecy. Get there and rescue Batwoman.
Maybe the sexy outfit is Apocalyptian tech that gives her her powers. Maybe. I'm not convinced. I mean, it doesn't look like Apocalyptian tech, for one thing, because Apocalypse tech usually has sort of thick Tron lines. Are you attacking me? Oh, weird. Did the mission not complete for you? Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's an investigation point here.
Penguin, I don't normally approve of wanton thuggery, but you do make a good point about the ends justifying the means.
What's that for? Weird. Blue one here.
Target Tango. Designation static. This target relies almost completely on his ability to command electricity and magnetism. Martial threat? No. Avoiding electrically hot environment and restricting use of weapons to non-conductive materials will impair his overall effectiveness by threefold.
Yeah, that's from Deathstroke. Assessing Static, or Static, who was main character of an animated series called Static Shock, who actually exists inside the same universe as the Batman and Superman and animated series. Static. No, he doesn't. Static doesn't appear in any Batman episodes, but Batman appears in at least one Static Shock episode. Oh, here, and there's another one. I thought I could hear the hum.
This is Jack Ryder, and you are wrong. Why? Because the cult of crime is spreading into Gotham, and they worship not just, you guessed it, crime, but murder. This cult is run by Intergang friends, and Bruno Mannheim and his whack acolytes, Whisper Adair and Wolfman Kyle Abbott, are out there spreading the vile word. They can turn into animals, folks. You heard it here. Don't believe me? Sorry, friend, but you are wrong.
So Jack Ryder is a bit grating, but usually he has a good point. And his chosen presentation style is to tell you that you're wrong about something. Static is from Wildstorm Universe originally, but DC bought them. Yeah. I think that must have happened relatively a relatively long time ago, like in the 90s or very early 2000s. Because Static is not just in where's Alara? Static's not just in the Batman animated series. He also appears in a couple of episodes of Justice League Unlimited when they go to the future. He also appears in Young Justice, which is an entirely separate continuity of DC's stories. Got mobbed by level 6s. Whoops. That would have been probably the Brainiac assholes outside. Control powers don't care whether you're in stealth. They'll still pull you and disable you. Hitting anything there with that combo. Whoops. Oh well.
We'll eat your heart for Mannheim!
Will you? What the panther lycanthropes like charge up power, like glowing thing on their hand is supposed to be? Another token of Ban Amygdal. Wow, okay. Let's read that. As far as I can tell, it never actually does anything once it's charged up all the way, and no weapon other than the light powers has a glowing thing on the hand. Like, as far as I can tell, almost all of the enemies in this have a weapon power set, a weapon set that a player character can choose. Sometimes they'll have unique powers, sometimes they'll have powers from the character choice list.
So that ye might learn truths that are hidden, that ye might pull secrets hidden from the very hearts that hide them. And so see my kingdom rise anew upon the earth, in Cain's name.
Like, some of these guys, if you pay attention whilst they're fighting, they'll use one of the crime cultists there's got a staff. I don't know what the Slash is using. It's not martial arts. It might be reskinned Rage, actually. But nothing else attacks with the same sequence of, like, hand slashing movements. So I guess it must be a unique weapon set. The Mauler has a two-handed weapon, like hammer attack. The Integrator there has rifle, obviously. Not quite sure what the Stabber has. I'm curious about what it is. Single blade. But the movements for the Stalker are unique. They don't look like any that I recognize.
Saith the Crime Bible,
Let the razor cut quick and right. In Cain's name, we commend the heart of this wayward daughter. May the fires of pain and rage blaze on Earth. In Cain's name!
Not quite sure how she manages to survive this, but she does. She does appear to have been stabbed in the heart. Certainly in the chest. And she staggers off after the fight. She's well enough to get up, talk, and walk away under her own power.
Batwoman! I promise we'll get you out of here.
So he says, I shall devour you screaming. It's not clear whether he will devour us whilst we're screaming or whilst he is screaming. I remain unconvinced that he will devour us at all, of course.
Your blood will stain the red rock!
The Book of Blood, Chapter 3, Verse 10.
Your brains will run
Thus do I mark thee, that ye might practice murder and take that of which the weak have no need, and so earn the right to live.
You have not stopped the prophecy of crime. All is written in the vile book.
Sorry for not helping finishing him off there. I was listening to the voice thing. The T-bandage incident from the comics. Oh, that bandage incident from the comics. Batwoman sprayed the mask material into a hole on her chest. Ah, okay. Maybe that's what's happening here then. Mega rifle. Weapon rifle. Apocalyptian mega rifle. That would be cool if I had a rifle weapon.
Take the book. Hang in there, Batwoman. We'll get you to a doctor.
If Intergang's religion of crime is targeting me, I need to know why. And the Crime Bible has the answers. Thanks for your help.
She's remarkably spry for someone that got stabbed in the chest. Even if Question did spray that synthetic skin material over the wound, like, that's still a stab wound damaging the inside of the chest. By the way, there's an investigation point back here. So I won the Apocalyptian Mega Rifle. Kind of a shame that I have no need for it. I wonder whether I can sell that on the auction house. Might be worth. Yeah, and I can't equip it because I do not have the proficiency to use the item.
Batwoman is safe, and we have the Crime Bible. Whatever this prophecy may be, we need to make sure it never comes to pass. I'll keep you posted. Oracle out.
Now it's time to keep her from bleeding to death. Doesn't really heal the injury. Yeah, especially because the injury is not just a surface level injury. Like, I could imagine that synthetic skin spray would help with lacerations. And it wouldn't really do very much for anything under the surface of the skin, though, like muscle or bone or any internal organs. Anyway, let's head back to the station and hand in the mission, and then that will be the end of the stream for today.
Thanks for your assist against Intergang's insane cult. We're going to take a careful look at this crime Bible. Who knows what other prophecies it might contain.
Oops. With Batwoman injured but safe, meet the Question at the Diamond District Police Station.
This is Oracle. The Atlanteans are swarming in from the sea into suicide slums and taking humans prisoner. I'm trying to contact Aquaman, but we can't wait. Speak to Martian Manhunter at the Chinatown Safe House. He has on-the-spot information.
Okay, we'll be doing that next time. Until then, I still haven't got the mail in from completing the collection of voice lines, voice logs this time. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you everyone for coming by, and thank you particularly to Alara Wavestorm for helping out. I will be back on Friday, 8 PM to 11 PM, roughly. I know I haven't really been very good at starting at 8 lately, or really at all. Around 8, maybe 10 past, maybe a bit later than that, but it'll be around 8 GMT, and then I'll go for 3 hours. So next time we'll be fighting Atlanteans, who, spoilers, are being deceived by Circe. But yes, thanks for coming by. I hope to see you again. Goodbye.